Look, it's an amazing thing that how much growth brings a range of challenges. These are great challenges to have for the Hobart Chargers. If you'd given us these challenges 2 years ago, or said these were going to be our challenges, growth, more sponsors, more games, bigger audiences, more kids playing basketball would be our challenges going into 2019, we would have absolutely taken them. You know, we said 2 years ago, when we brought this club out of the ashes, we wanted to create a platform for a return to NBL in Tasmania. We've created that platform and the Huskies are launching from that platform right now. We of course welcome that. It does bring about a change in the marketplace for high quality basketball in Tasmania, but we welcome that. What it's also going to bring about is continued growth in the sport. We've seen 38 and 28% growth year on year for the last 2 years in participation in the sport. And when I go to my kids' schools these days, about half the kids are wearing NBA and NBL tops or Chargers tops, not AFL tops. So we're very happy to have these sorts of growth challenges.
Why weren't you down there with the Huskies top on today?
Oh, well, because here's the challenge for me, obviously. With change will come a range of settings we need to reset, and I came to the conclusion that I can't wear both hats. I need to represent one or the other. I can't be a decision maker in both organisations. I can be a fan of both organisations, and I am, but I am determined to see out my original 3-year plan as president of the Hobart Chargers. If they re-elect me at the AGM tomorrow night, I'm determined to see that out because we've got a 3-year plan. We're well ahead of it. Some of the environmental things around us have changed, the league being one of them, of course, and I'm determined to continue to lead the club through those changes.
You've got no squad anymore. That's most of the players are headed to the Huskies. How hard is that going to be to build from the ground up again?
Well, look, again, can I just say something about Anthony Stewart first of all? He goes with my blessing. I've talked for many weeks now with him about the hard decision he had to make. I absolutely know he will continue to make a massive contribution to basketball in Tasmania because that's where his heart is. He'll also continue to make a massive contribution to Chargers. I have absolutely no doubt about that. As a personal journey for the last 2 years with Anthony Stewart, it's been an extraordinary privilege, a great joy, and we wish him absolutely all the best because one of the things I most want to see is Anthony Stewart courtside coaching an NBL team because I believe he's of that calibre. Now, in terms of putting our teams together, the truth is it's not the Huskies or the coaches or the challenges that will present or the change that will present to the Hobart Chargers. The truth is the real challenge and the reason why we're now 2 months behind our preferred timeline is because the peak body of the sport in this state is unable to answer fundamental questions about the landscape we're entering into. We've written to the peak body and asked for answers to those fundamental questions by close of business tonight. We're looking forward to getting those answers, but it's those answers that are much more critical to the future of the Chargers than what the Huskies are doing. We see the Huskies as growing the sport, bigger pie, all of us will be part of that.
What are those questions that you put to BTAS?
Well, it's really unclear. BTAS is supposed to sign off on all 3 Seagull clubs entering this new league. They haven't done so yet, and they're unable to provide us the criteria under which they will do so. We obviously have been running a very successful government in schools program. Recent BTAS information publicly released shows that they're going to take that program off us. Basketball Australia are stating that they don't want to run basketball leagues anymore, hence they get out of Seagull, whereas Basketball Tasmania are making a concerted effort to basically run all the leagues in Tasmania, or at least in southern Tasmania. Now, we're happy with whatever parameters they choose, but what we can't deal with is shifting sands. We need absolute certainty going forward so we can make some good decisions about where the Chargers sit in the overall growing basketball ecosystem.
So, meeting in Melbourne last weekend with all the clubs, did you attend that?
My treasurer attended that and it was a very positive meeting. We are really excited about the prospect of this new elite league, that is the working title. There is going to be really significant commercial opportunities, really significant branding opportunities, and I think a really much higher level of professionalism running this new league. So we're really excited about that. We want to get on, appoint our 2 coaches, recruit our 2 teams, put our best foot forward in this new league, work with the Huskies to continue to grow basketball in Tasmania. But at the moment, we just don't have all the variables. We're waiting on Basketball Tasmania to deliver those.
So when you say they haven't ticked off on the Tasmanian club entering the new elite league, what does that mean? You need their approval to join the league?
One of the conditions set by the new league was you must have sign-off by your own state body. We have been unable to get that sign-off, and we are unable to understand from Basketball Tasmania what that sign-off, what the criteria for that sign-off is.
Is there a realm for you to work alongside the Huskies when it comes to game night, given they've probably got a home base in Hobart at the moment with double or triple headers or something like that for them to get at the deck? Or?
I think all of that's on the table. Obviously, neither roster's been produced yet. And in fact, we don't even know we're in a league yet because BTAS hasn't signed off on it. Neither roster's been produced, but when the rosters are produced, we'll be sitting down with the Huskies and working out what's best for basketball in Tasmania, what's best for all our sponsors, what's best for the growth of the sport, and what's best for the 3,500 fans that we've built over the last 2 seasons.
You mentioned the original goal was to have the Chargers within the 3-year plan, have NBL ready. That's obviously shifted and split off into the Huskies.
Look, I used, as an ex-politician, you do tend to use these sort of throwaway lines, but really it's trying to, when I used the term NBL ready, I didn't really know what it meant 2 years ago. Over the 2 years, it became very clear what it means is that we've got to build an audience, we've got to build a commercial structure, and we've got to have a venue to play NBL games in. And I think what the Chargers have done over the last 2 years is absolutely fulfilled on that NBL ready vision. And now it's up to the Huskies to take that vision forward.
So is it, I suppose, the Chargers' future now to become something of a feeder team for the Huskies?
Let's be clear. The Chargers are very clear about our purpose. Our purpose is to build communities and pathways and inspire kids to be part of those communities and pathways through basketball. That's always been our mission. It's not our mission to become a fully commercialised club. We are a community club and we build pathways for young Tasmanians to get better at basketball and to aspire to better things. The Huskies will add to that, not take away from it.